What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of GearBreakerNation.com. I'm Larry Chase, and today we're going to be reviewing Transformers Dark of the Moon. Now, Transformers Dark of the Moon is a 2011 sci-fi action film directed by Michael Bay, starring Shia LaBeouf, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, Patrick Dempsey, John Turturro, Tyrese Gibson. You have Josh Duhamel. Just a cast of wonderful actors. 3 years after the events of Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, in which now the Autobots and the military are working together to take out the Decepticons, but end up discovering an alien spaceship on the moon, and end up discovering that the Decepticons have plans of their own. This has got to be the best Transformers movie there. It's undoubtedly one of the best alien invasion movies, as well as one of the best 2011 movies. This movie has it all. The acting is good for the most part. There's a lot of good characters. There's a lot of witty dialogue. There's humorous and everything. There are situations that happen where you actually care about good characters. Shia LaBeouf completely kills Sam Witwicky, and you kind of feel for this guy because here he is, saved the world twice, but he's just down on his luck. He doesn't have Bumblebee anymore. It's just, you feel so sorry for this guy. There's also this relationship with Huntington. For the most part, it does work. There are moments where Huntington's performance is but for the most part, she's done a pretty good job. Better than Megan Fox, absolutely just as hot. Peter Cullen, I like him. He's voice acting Prime again. He does it and he completely kills the role. Weaving returns from Megatron. He completely kills the role also. As far as acting, this movie is pretty solid. This was like a reboot. This could be like a 3-part reboot. But at the same time, the way this kind of tied in is really epic. It's so epic sometimes. It feels too epic. It keeps getting bigger and bigger. But for the most part, the story is pretty solid. It has some underlying themes under it, and I kind of like that too. I like the fact it's kind of mystery too, so things are happening in the background, but you're not really sure what's going on. And then there are more than a couple of twists in this movie, and it works. It's quite effective. The Transformers get screen time. There are plenty of Transformers, especially in the second half of this movie. The second half of this movie feels like a freaking war. And it's so intense, it's so well shot, it's so well choreographed. The cinematography, Michael Bay, again, kills with the visual, kills with the action. Explosions were good. I didn't care that there was a lot of explosions. It worked. This is the epitome of what we want to see in a Transformers movie. Action, Transformers, explosions. This has it. The weird technology, everything worked for this film when it comes to the story and the visuals. And there are some really good shot scenes in this movie that the Transformers look real, like freaking real. It's like, wow. The only thing bad about the movie really is the first half does tend to drag a bit. But when the second half jumps, things just pop. Things just pop off. Another thing that I didn't really like about the film was the whole Turturro. I didn't like his character. I mean, he is a good actor. He played the character well, but I feel like his character was just being shooed into the movie. In all of these Transformer movies, all three of the first ones, the only person or people that should still be in this should be Shia LaBeouf, Josh Duhamel, and Tyrese Gibson. Those really should be like the only people in this whole series that actually stretch through the movies, because they all have somewhat of a direct link or connection to the Transformers. Turturro's character, I feel like they just shoot him in. He could have been a totally different character. I would have liked that. It's a good story, but as far as the continuality, it doesn't feel like it works with the continuality of the Transformers storyline. But for the most part, this movie was completely badass. Completely badass. There's just so much to see. It gives you a little bit more backstory on the Transformers too, and I like that too. I like that. I like seeing their world, seeing a little bit more of their culture, seeing how they work when it comes to like invasions. As far as the alien invasion movie, this movie is probably one of the best. There's definitely a sense of urgency. There's definitely an epic feel to it. The battles feel very intense. You feel like a lot of these characters that you have grown to actually care about aren't going to make it. The soundtrack was beautifully done. Oh my gosh, I really love the soundtrack. It helped make those scenes very intense. Especially the highway battle. The highway battle has to be the best car chase sequence in any movie ever made, like ever. And that's saying something. I just sat there and watched all the Fast and Furious movies. The highway battle has to be the best car chase in all car chases. But anyway, the final verdict, Transformers Dark of the Moon is an epic ride. It's worth watching. Unfortunately, I wished I could have watched this in 3D. That's one of my biggest regrets when it came to this movie coming out. But I have to say, in terms of the acting was good, some characters were pretty good, even though some feel like you got Turturro, which I think was a little bit much. The story was alright, could have been tightened up a little bit more, but hey, the invasion, the action, the visuals, the soundtrack, the score, everything else, the whole alien invasion battle sequence, everything was golden. And I have to say, Transformers Dark of the Moon gets a 4 out of 5. So guys, let me know in the comment section below, what did you think of the third movie in the Transformers series? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you think it topped the other two or even the fourth movie? Do you think that it was too epic? Did you think the action was on point? Just guys, please just give me your ideas and your thoughts and your comments down below. And to the next edition of GearBreakerNation.com, keep the gears turning.